And it is a shame that I traveled 30 miles to get here, but it seems as though I may have gone back 10 or 15 years in time. To be fighting for things like inclusion of our transgender community, to be fighting for very simple issues, frankly, not full marriage equality, but visitation rights and family leave rights. I mean, the valuing of our families is so self-evident to everyone in this room and this state, it seems like a shame that we can be in this state with its considerable advantages and still be talking about basic protection for our families. You know, those on the other side like to claim and own the issue of family values, but we in the district value all of our families. And by an 11-2 vote, we secured that in December, and soon we will be recognizing that fully. I won for our sister jurisdiction. We, of course, in the district feel a kinship with the state of Maryland. We are very like. We share a border, but we share a lot more. And I believe that it is time for this state to have the same rights and responsibilities that we afford our residents in the district. And that means two things. That means for those of you who are elected officials in this room and outside of this room, you have to make a decision in this room. Whether you value yourselves and your lives more than hurting their feelings. Because you have got to teach and speak truth to power. We are not getting any younger. Our civilization isn't getting any more advanced unless we each take a personal responsibility to, in a very civil way, advance the discussion. And it is not acceptable to say, not now. Because not now means not ever. That's what it means. Not now means not ever. It was a lesson we learned in the 60s, and we need to relearn it now. This state is too good for the state of affairs that exists in Maryland. And the second thing I want to ask on behalf, and this is unprompted, on behalf of the organization, is a show of hands of how many people who have donated to this cause. All right? I want you to keep your hands up if you can afford to give more. Right?
I like him.
Right? Because let me tell you something, Annapolis is very similar to Richmond and to Washington, D.C., and to you name any other capital. Unfortunately, if we want to effectuate policy, we need to get our message out. That takes money, and it doesn't take a little, it takes a lot, because we are trying to overcome the inertia of our history. And so if you can afford to give, there's no better time than now. And if you can't, there's no better time than now to double your advocacy. One thing we know is that coming out equals greater acceptance. And so if that is the only thing you can do, then you owe it to yourself and your community to do that as quickly and as loudly as you can. I'm really happy on behalf of my residents to be here. I want as many of you as possible to come and marry in the district, and I'd also like you to stay in our restaurants. Our hotels, if you need, our florists. But in any event, I want to say it's a real pleasure to be here, and I wish you the best today, and I intend to be there with you. Thank you.
Thank you.